Shares of Transat trading a little higher today after activist investor Pierre Karl Péladeau demanded a board shakeup and strategic overhaul of the travel company. Mr. Péladeau joins us now. He's also the owner of Outremont. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, good afternoon.
So I know you've requested a meeting of the board, and the latest date you want for that meeting is February 6th. Have you heard from board members? Have they responded to your meeting request?
Not a board, a special meeting of the shareholders to discuss the board composition. And, reducing it from 11 to 6, we're talking about a company that have a market cap of $80 million. And I think that at this stage, regarding the balance sheet and the situation of the company, it will worth much more, to invest in the business, and instead of, investing at the board of directors and everything that goes with it. So then therefore, given... and I've been there for many months, even many years now, reviewing what was the strategy of the company. And we're forced, to conclude that right now, everything that had been taken by the board had been mostly a failure. So the balance sheet is broken. We need to fix the balance sheet, because they will not going to take any other investment will take place without making sure that, we're going to arrive at the first base. It's like a baseball game, If you want to go at the second or the third base, you need to go to the first. And the first base for this company is to fix the balance sheet.
Okay.
It's completely the opposite of the industry. It is the worst balance sheet that you've seen. And then therefore, if you don't fix it, you run the risk, to get this business out of business one day or another.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about support. There are 11 board members, I understand. You want to take it down to 6. You want to be on the board. Have you been talking to other shareholders or board members about this? What kind of support have you had?
Yeah, we've been talking with other shareholders. I think that, we're completely aligned. Every shareholders would like to see, this business moving forward successfully. There's 2 large shareholders. One is la Caisse de dépôt, and the other one is the Fonds de solidarité de la FTQ. We've been in discussion because, again, everyone believes this company have a very strong brand. They've been at the heart of Quebecers for so many years. This business is in the right position or in the right industry because it's a growing industry. We all know that life expectation brings people spending more, traveling more. But you need to have, the proper strategy and, again, the proper balance sheet to be able to succeed.
That being said, they have made some progress on paying down their debt. It was $800 million a year ago. Now it's under $400 million, or at least it was by end of summer. I believe that was beginning or end of July, beginning of August. So they are making progress there. You think you can make that situation come about more quickly, cutting the debt more quickly?
The debt reduction comes from a write-off of the largest creditor, which is, the government of Canada, that had been helping, the company during the pandemic. Today, you're in front of quite of a situation of a kind, I would say, Here's a company that is major creditor is the government of Canada. Here's a company that the largest shareholder is the government of Canada. And here's, a company where the regulator is the government of Canada. So how can you really, believe in the future of the company if you sit on different seats like this? And one day, you'll be for the red, and the other day you'll be for the blue. That doesn't make sense.
Okay. So you want to cut, sorry to interrupt you. I'm running on limited time. You want to cut the board, which will cut costs. But how else would you reduce debt for this company?
Yeah, again, we need to restructure the balance sheet and then therefore, sit with the major creditors and making sure that, we'll be able to find the proper balance of debt and also in terms of cash injections. Because today, any dollar that will be invested in the company will go directly, reducing the government of Canada debt. So you cannot ensure the viability of the company with that kind of conditions that you have right now. If you want to succeed, then you need to make sure that you will invest in the company, invest in the product, invest in the customer service. I use the example of Videotron that had been very, very successful since we took over in 2000. It is the company that had been able to invest in wireless. We grew significantly there. Customer service, we have the proper balance sheet. We've been investing in the proper places. And this is what we would like to do with Transat. So, again, illustrated, with what we've been able to do.
Okay.
We're in front of the company where the board was incapable of moving the needle. It's been there. We're facing a failure, and then therefore we need some significant changes. And this is what we're proposing down the road.
All right, Mr. Péladeau, we will leave it there. I'm out of time. So thank you for your time. Appreciate you joining us on The Close. Keep us up to speed.